Vale. Não, viu, ali. Right. Okay. Did I start? Anne, you are the host now. Hello. Did I start? Anne, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello, good evening, my leader. Good evening, Leader Julius. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you too. I hand over to you as I'm walking to go home now.
Yeah, it's actually late. Even here in Nigeria, it's also late. Yeah, good evening, leaders in the house, and welcome to yet another interesting session of your sure way to success about how to maximize profits on your daily trades and your earnings. My name is Leader Esther Ann from Nigeria, and I'm your host for tonight. I'm actually supposed to be here with one of my leaders from Togo, Leader Perfect, who was supposed to take the training concerning the one-shot strategy that we are all supposed to begin to use for now in order to minimize all the floating losses that we have been suffering from. I discovered that so many people have been complaining seriously concerning the floating losses in their trades, and that has really affected the business. So we thought it wise to improvise and to come up with maybe not a permanent solution for now, but as we all learn in this trades, because some of us are just getting to understand the trades and how it works, how the robot works as well, following the patterns of the strategy owners. We discovered that from the beginning, when we joined Royalq, the strategies we were setting, it really affected us because we were told to set our trade strategy according to the capital we had on the basis of 40 and 60%. So if you had like about $1,000, so some people will put their first buying amount to be like $100 and then numbers of coins 5 times. So before you know it, the robot would have bought and bought and bought, and your money will finish, and it will begin to prompt you about insufficient funds for you to top up and for the robot to continue to trade. And that was becoming a problem. There are some strategies you set, because I know that before you set any strategy concerning trades, you have to check the guidelines. If JB Kings is saying that you must have at least $380 to be able to trade, don't venture into his strategy if you have less than $380. And then he puts his first buying amount as $100 and then for 1 coin. And then you could imagine then we were putting $100 first buying amount, using like $1,000 and placing the trades on like 5 coins or so. So that thing really gave us a setback in the sense that we had a prolonged floating loss, and it has really affected the business because some people out there are all waiting for results. People are waiting to see that you have been able to maximize profit from what you're doing before you introduce them to any form of business. I joined this business on the 21st of June with the intention of trading. I've always wanted to have a bot. In as much as I didn't really know how this one worked because of the returns of investment platforms that, had not really favored us in the past. I just wanted to see how to make daily earnings. Even while I was at home, I heard that this robot will trade and give you profit every day. And so when we joined, thank God that time, it was during the bullish market, and the profit was just coming. I made profit like for almost 1 week, good profits, and I was happy with my trades. Before Leader Julius came and told me, okay, if you are making this, why don't you share this opportunity with people and let they all start, like venture into the business like yourself and begin to maximize profit as well. Everybody knows that the bank will never give you even up to 5% for the whole year. So the idea and the concept of this robot was just perfect for me. But then come to think of it, as time passed, my bot stopped working. I called several times. I called Leader Julius severally. My robot is not functioning. And he said, just give it time or add money. And I was just beginning this business. Where was I going to get money to top up? I had not started recruiting that time, I guess. So I was in that situation for some time. I had to change my strategy. I thought the fault was coming from the strategy because we didn't even understand all this concept of strategy. We didn't understand the rules guiding these strategies, because it's even of recent, we got to see that actually, if this market drops by a certain percentage, this robot will have to buy multiple times for you. And by doing that, you will need to have extra, and I mean huge amount of capital in your Binance for this robot to carry out the trades effectively. So this robot stopped working, and there was nothing I didn't do. For a good 3 weeks, I didn't receive any notification of a new buy or sell. I was just there, but I wanted to see to the end of it. Even when I had already spoken with people and they were interested and they were even joining the platform, I said, no problem. Let me use that other means to maximize profit here in Royalq. Actually, if you don't make money from the trades immediately, you can as well talk to people to join and you make money via your referrals. So I wanted to see to the end of that trade. One morning, when I woke up, I saw several news of new buys and sell after the 3rd week. In fact, my money depleted. I had budgeted $1,000 for this Royalq business. After I had activated my bot with $100, then I now gave it a gas fee of $40. The rest of the money was in my Binance, I think about 840 something, because we are dealing with a volatile currency. So the money started depleting. I joined when BTC was about $33,000 or $34,000. It depleted to 29,000. It reduced, and my money became like about 720. So that morning, when I started receiving news of new buys and sell like that, within the space of 2-3 days, I saw that I had made about over 1,100 and something dollars. And I called Leader Julius. I said, Leader Julius, come and see something. He said, okay, take profit. I didn't know that all the while the robot was buying deep for me. And if I had the enough amount of USDT it was requiring me to put in, because it was always prompting me of insufficient funds. Even if I added the money I was using to recruit the commissions, it was still prompting. So what I'm trying to say is this: our trades can be affected by several factors, about 4 major factors here. The market situation is one of it. Your capital is another. Also, if you are able to monitor your gas fee all the time, because I observe that people come to tell me that my robot stopped working. If I check, they don't have gas fee. Maybe their gas fee is less than even 1 point something. There was somebody's bot I checked, she had minus 0.8. And the moment she topped up, and she was on serious floating profit, within the space of 1 minute, when she topped up her gas fee, the robot started selling and selling and selling. That lady made over $300 instantly. So there are some things that will be happening with your bot. As a new member here in Royalq, if you are here tonight on this call, please always take some time to check your bot and see how it is working. Before you even, the fourth factor, if you are going into setting any strategy like I earlier mentioned, please adhere strictly to the rule of that strategy. And now, because of the fact that we are trying to reduce this floating loss, I will also suggest that before anybody sets a strategy, if a percentage, if the market dips by certain percentage, maybe 0.2, 0.5, let's place it like that, so that the robot will not buy more than 5 or 7 times, to avoid all these floating losses. Because some people, like those ones in my country, I know of some people that don't have that kind of patience to wait for the dip. At times, even by 11 p.m., some people are calling me. My robot is in red. It has been in red. I said, use the opportunity to buy more assets, because when the market is dipping, when the market is bloody, is in red, is the best time to venture into it. So that by the time it begins to pick up, even if it is showing the red at that particular time, you will even be making profits. It will be visible. So I always advise that people should at least adhere strictly to these rules. If a leader tells you, do this thing, it will work for you. That is because that person has tested it on his or her bot and has seen that it is actually working. This concept of the one shot, I don't think is even up to 2 weeks now. But then people are giving testimonies. At least having $1, $2 every day is better than a prolonged floating loss that will keep people out of the business. If you talk to people, why are you not recruiting? They will tell you that they want to see results from you. It is that serious. So tonight, that is the reason why I have decided that my leader perfect should talk about, or to do the training on the one shot, to set the parameters, teach people how to do it perfectly, so that they go into this one shot daily trades and earning, so that everybody will be happy using their robot. I know that some people are in the past, because from the month of September, we went into a dip that so many people lost interest in Royalq. But thank God the market is picking up. And by the grace of God, before January next year, the market will be okay. That everybody's floating loss will become real cash. And people will have interest in trading with this Royalq robot. And then I'm going to also be talking about another very important factor here. The newcomers, I know some of them do not understand the blockchain and the different networks that operates on this blockchain. Some people have got to lose money because they use a wrong wallet address for that's a wrong network to withdraw their funds from a wallet. What I'm trying to say is this: if you have a Trust wallet, for instance, Trust wallet has about 3 networks That is for the USDT. It has that of the ERC20. It has the one of TRC20 and the one of BEP20. So if you are going to withdraw money from your Trust wallet, because if you say people should activate their bot, some people will tell you they have their money in Trust wallets. And at the end of the day, I have heard that 2 people at least have had they lost money. And it will be stated there. If you send anything apart from this, if you send any token or any coin to this wallet address apart from TRC20 network, apart from USDT that uses TRC20 network, you're going to lose that money. And then you see that some of them, because they don't understand how the networks operate, they just venture into it. Some people like to exploit. Some people want to do things on their own, even without asking anybody. But I can tell you this night, please, before you do any transaction, if you are new to this system, confirm the network on your blockchain. If you are going to withdraw TRC20 from your Trust wallet, please ensure the network you are using. If it is TRC20 network, go to your Binance, copy the TRC20 network from your Binance and take it to your Trust wallet and do your withdrawal. If it is BEP20 network that you are going to use, let it tally so that you don't lose any fund in this business. So I don't know if my leader Parfait is around, if he's in the house, so that he would take the one-shot training here. Monsieur Parfait, are you in the house? Can you please raise your hands up? If you're around, let me make you the co-host. My leader Brenda is also the co-host here. I will hand the mic over to her to say a word or two. And let me try to reach out to Monsieur Parfait.
Thank you so much, Leader Esther. Good evening, leaders. Thank you so much for joining on this call. I hope you can hear me. Leader Esther, can you hear me?
Yes, please. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so yes, it's all true what Leader Esther is saying. I'm sure for people who joined in November, July, August, we have all started to experience what he is talking about the robots not working for a while, because of the markets that we're going with. And we recently realized that it's definitely because of the margin configuration that are within those strategies that we use when we just exited our robots. I actually was alerted to the manual trading method by one of my upliners who has been doing this for a while. And she was fortunate to be on the same group with the Parfait that we're looking for now, because he's the one who helps us with the signals for those that have been who are now in the WhatsApp group where we are doing the manual trading signals. So every morning around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the Parfait provides us with the manual trading signals, and then we set our robots and start manually. So my downliner Aminata is the one who told me about manual trading. That's what she was doing with her downliners, and it was working for her. And then a few weeks later, then also my other downliner was telling me that she has made more money in trading than she has made with the recruiting. And I was surprised because it was the opposite. In my case, I have made more money in the levels more than in the trading, mainly because my robot kept buying into the dip. So really, this manual trading works, leaders, because I've got one of my downliners, the other one. She said she started to trade in Royalq with only $20, and now she's sitting over $1,000 because with her, from the time she joined in July, she's been doing the manual trading. So the manual trading does work. It's a very good strategy. If we can give ourselves time to learn, it's a little bit confusing when you first start it. Some of you are going to make mistakes as you try to do it, but forgive yourself and try to redo things the next day. What is important is for you to stop the margin calls. I would encourage everyone on the call, if you are having floating loss and you stop the margin calls, rather go into your robot right now and go there and stop the margin calls. Because what's happening, the robot keeps buying. And at least now the market, we see from today, the market seems to be going up. So at least some are going to start to see the profits. But in terms of the buying, just stop the margin calls. Even if you stop the margin calls, the robot will still sell. You will see, even when we do manual trading, suppose we've been given, we instruct the robot to do 7 margin calls. Once your robot has sold 6 times, you must now stop the margin calls to prevent it from buying further. So even if you close the margin calls, whilst some of your assets have not been sold, the robot will stop to buy, but it will continue to sell. So the first step, if you want to do manual trading, is to go and put all your coins on floating loss on one shot and close the margin calls. That will also help you that your money that is your USDT that you're going to put into your Binance will not be used up by the robot. Because if you put it in when the other your other coins are open for margin calls, the robot will take it. To take that USDT. So rather put everything on one shot and then stop the margin calls. You go to quantitative at the bottom of your robot. You will see trade settings. When you click there, you will see the part that says stop margin call. You click there, where it says cycle, you click there, you will see where it says one shot, you just click there. So hopefully the perfect has been found so that we can show us practically all this that I'm explaining. Yeah, so that's the first step to do. Make sure you put everything on one shot and stop the margin calls, because as you speak, your robot might still be going deeper and deeper into buying. But if you stop the margin calls, then it stops to buy. Because we have realized that these robots, some of them, with the margin configurations, some of the coins get bought up to 128 times. So imagine if you had made a mistake like myself and you first put your first buy amount of $40. It's $40 by 128 times the robot buying. And most of us, we don't have that kind of capital within our robot. That's why you keep getting that message that says Binance or Hobby has failed to recover such position or something like that. It's because now the robot has bought and is finished. So anyway, that's it. If you are not yet, but I think now all those signals are now being posted on all WhatsApp groups. But if you want to join the one-shot signals group as well, you can talk to your upliner and find out. Most of the upliners are now in those WhatsApp groups. So you can ask how to join and then be amongst the people who are doing the manual study. And it's very important that after you have learned, you go and implement. Don't just sit in the WhatsApp group and keep watching people making money. You need to learn, especially if you are a team leader. You need to learn this and go and help your downline as well. It's already, we are already late to do this. So we have to learn fast and implement so that our business can start so much. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much, Peter. Esther, over to you, my dear.
Thank you so much, my beloved leader, Brenda, for the insight. Thank you. And just a bit to add to what you have just said, talking about the numbers of time that this robot will have to buy. Maybe when there's a call drop by, let me say 5% or 7%, according to the strategy owners, that the robot should go and buy multiple times, even up to 128 times. Leaders in the house, please, let me use this medium to plead with you all. If you have your downlines, that are suffering this issue of a big floating loss, let them share their screen with you on the Zoom meeting so that you will correct that numbers of time. Reduce it from, compare what they have bought, how many times the robot has bought, how many margin calls are already there. If there are about 5 margin calls it has bought already, please. And that strategy, the owner of the strategy is saying about 30 times or whatever, please cancel. Let them remove that 30 times because it will just throw them into a deep floating loss. And the person will begin to complain. For more than how many days my robot has not traded, for like a week, my robot did not trade. You see several people complaining of the same thing. These are the causes. When you pick up any strategy, please, because we are trying to reduce the rate of the floating loss. That is why we are using this approach about the one shot thing. So I know that the signals, yes, when they come, they are not always 100%. I can tell you, they are not always 100%. So once you see any signal, you get to your Binance. Let me share my screen with you, please. So when you find any signal, please come back to your Binance and search for that coin. If they are talking about, let me say, for instance, BTC. BTC, you search for BTC here, BTC slash USDT. That's it on the second, yes, on the second line. Once you see any signal, if they're talking about Bitcoin, come to this trading section and try to confirm what they are talking about. So on this chart here, you discover that Bitcoin, sorry, just a moment, please. Now, this RSI, Relative Strength Index, this one here is pointing upward. This is it pointing upward. And even this one is also pointing upward. So you can see that anytime from now, BTC is going to rise. It's already on the rise today. So once you find any signal, at least it even rose up to 51 and it will still increase. It will still rise up. So once you find any signal, you come and confirm and make sure that if it is something you can venture into, then you go into it. But if not so, if you find that the market is going to be dipping, then there is no point. You can just do like one shot, or you can do one shot, like putting the margin call to be 2 times. Or you put your one shot, it is struggling to sell. It will just be on the blue, it will reduce, it will just be struggling to sell. Just make your margin calls twice and close the trade for that day. If there's another coin again that pops up with a good spike, you can key into it. And once it sells once, twice for you, you can close it for that day. I think getting $1, $2 in a day is not a bad thing. It's better than having a deep floating loss. So at this point, I would like to call on our leader here, Leader Loretta. Leader Loretta is in the house with Leader Doris Angel. But let us go to Leader Loretta first so that she can make some input to this meeting. Leader Loretta, you can unmute yourself, please. Hello, my leader. Leader Doris, are you in the house? Hello?
Yes, my leader, I'm here, please.
All right. Good evening. We are happy to have you here.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you very much for the amazing job you are all doing in the house. We really appreciate. Yes, so I don't really have much to say this evening, but if you are here, please let us all pay attention to whatever that is being taught over here, and let's pass it on to our team members. Because if, as a team, if we have great results, that is when we are going to get more of our members to get involved. So thank you, Leader Esther Ann, for the great job you are doing. My baby is sleeping on me, so I would like to just stop here. Thank you very much.
So much. Thank you so much, Leader Doris. Thank you. And I don't know if Leader Aminata is in the house. Yeah, she is. Leader Aminata. Hello, Leader Aminata, can you please unmute?
Hello. Hello, Leader Esther. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
Leader.
afternoon. Good morning. Yeah. According to where you are, I'm so happy. I forgot that we have a meeting today because I was on my way to Germany to visit my family, so I couldn't see it in time. So I just saw it right now. So I'm very happy to be part of Royalq's family, because Royalq has opened many doors for me, and I'm so happy and excited. So the only thing that I can tell other leaders, with both the ones who are new, anytime they send the Zoom link, try to attend. You know, we all have our occupations. We always busy, but we always also do some small sacrifices to try to attend the Zoom meetings and understand things more. For me personally, before, I didn't even know how to trade or how to set any manual trading or anything, but once I just put all my clients in the strategies we made by those masters, how do you call it, masters traders, and all my clients were in floating lows since almost getting to 3 weeks. So when I was attending the meeting, both the French ones, the English ones, and I understood how to do it, and I was always paying attention. Anytime I come to the meeting, I make sure to have my notebook and my pen, and also make sure to make a screenshot of what the person is showing there on his or her page, and keep it. So after the meeting, I go and sit and copy it properly. Till I understood how to do things. So now I can assure you that I'm really enjoying both me and all my downlines. No one is outside there, because I make sure to teach all of them my experience that I got from the training meeting. And let me tell you something, if you know how to do it and you teach your downline, I can assure you that you will be getting more than you expect. Because if your downline maybe have $500 or $1,000 and getting everything between 20 and 30,000, you will be getting also, your back office will be also be full in there. Your assets will also be getting more money. So the only advice that I can give you, if you are new here and you are not yet a member of Royalq, go back to the person who invites you, register, and pay your activation. You will come back, you will surely come back and thank the person, because that's what I'm doing today, and I'll always do it by thanking my upline, who is Leader Brenda. Leader Brenda, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you for advising me, convincing me to be part of Royalq, because you really, really make me enjoy. So thank you, everybody. May you have sweet holidays. May God bless Royalq, and may all your wishes become true. Before next year, may everybody buy a car with Royalq's money. So thank. Bye bye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Leader Aminata. Thank you so much for the insight, for the explanation as well. Please, leaders, I'm going to show you again. Let me share my screen. What the one shot looks like for the newcomers, because I know that they will be asking about this. When you receive a signal like this, for instance, when you get a signal like this in the morning, please, as soon as you find this signal, key into it immediately. If the signal says buy 1 inch with your USDT, and then all the parameters have been slated here for you, all you need to do is to get to your Royalq app. Sorry, just a moment, please. Is to get to your Royalq app and try to do your settings according to what the parameter has stated. So if it says that you should go for 1 inch, you will come to quantitative and then get to the search bar and look for your 1 inch. There you go. So if it says first buying amount should be $10, you put 10, first buying amount, and then margin call limit 7 times. You change this one to 7. Hold position take profit ratio 1.3. You change it this way. Hold position take profit callback 0.3. You put it this way. Or buying callback maybe 0.1 or 0.3 according to what the signal is saying. You understand? That is how you are going to follow. That is just what you would do. Buying callback 0.3 here. So you put your buying callback 0.3. That is what the signal is saying. So here will also be 0.3. Then margin configuration, where it says first call 0.5%. That is when the market dips by 0.5%, you should buy 2 times. From the first to the fourth, they are the same. 0.5, 0.5 to the fourth one, then buy in amount twice, according to your capital. So you put your 0.5, yeah. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and you should buy twice, 2, 2, 2, 2. So what does the fifth call say? The fifth call says when the market goes down by 2%, you should buy 1 time, and the same all through to the 7th call. Okay, one. Can you imagine? You can see 128 times. Where is the capital to do this? So it will just throw you at a floating loss. Then you confirm. Once you confirm, you save. And then you get to the strategy mode and then choose this and confirm. You click on confirm and then you start. You click on start. So that is how you place your parameters according to the signals that are being sent. So, but just in case you do not understand this, let me still go back to the margin configuration to tell you the amount of capital to use here. If you have the first buying amount as $10 here, first buying amount $10, then 10 times 2. When the market dips by 0.5%, the robot will buy twice, meaning the robot will buy 2 times 10, which is $20. It will use $20 to buy. Sorry, let me see if I can use my annotation here. So if the market dips by 0.5, the robot buys twice. If it dips by 0.5 on the second call, it should buy 2 times again. So $20 in the first one, 20 in the second, 20 for the third, 20 for the fourth, makes $80. And then for the last 3, you have 10, 10, 10. That is 110. When you calculate, so you know that you are using $110 to do this call. But for the sake of those who do not have up to this capital, this amount of capital, some people have just maybe 60 or so. You don't need to do 7 margin calls. You don't need to go as just set the parameter according to what you have. If you have $40, you are good to go. When the market dips by 0.5, you put your first buy in amount, maybe you put 1. And then the second margin call, you put 1 again. And then that will just be it. You keep the rest as reserve. And then wait for your robot to trade and give you profit. So that is how it is with this one. And for people who intend to put more money into it, if you are putting your first buying amount, if you have the money to be $100, know that if you put 0.5% margin call drop, and then the number of time in ratio is supposed to buy to be 2, just know that you are going to have about $200 here for the first margin call. And the second as well, another 200, the third, another 200. So when you calculate, you make sure you have a capital of over $1,000 before you do the trades. But I can assure you of the profits. Because like I rightly said initially, if you want more profit, that depends on your capital and the market situation. If the market is favorable, if the market is good, then you make more profit. But if you see that this is lingering for too long, because the signals, like I mentioned, they are not 100%, then you can just do 2 margin calls and you put your calls on 1 shot and you stop margin calls, put it on 1 shot, and after it sells off, then your money returns back to USDT with your profit and you're getting set for another signal. I think with this, we have come to the end of today's training. Where you don't understand, please get back to your leaders and we'll discuss. And I think the leaders are going to still put you through, because most of the leaders are critical about this new strategy on daily trades and earnings. So please, just in case you are here and you don't understand, this training for this evening, please feel free to ask questions, because this is a time where we want to maximize profit from the use of this robot. And by the time the trades are, very good, you are making your profit, you will not feel shy to share this business opportunity with people around you. I'm very sure that many people will want to join your team. Many people want to join you to do your business when you're making daily earnings. I discovered that since this one shot of a thing started, I'm making more profit on trades as a leader here. My downlines that are trading, I'm also getting paid. So let us use this medium to maximize profits, please. All leaders in the house, I greet you. And I'd like to call it a day and to wish everybody Merry Christmas in advance.
Leader Stan, I think some people have raised their hands up. If you can call them, I think they have some questions.
Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen then. Okay, I see Bernard. Let me make you co-host. Wow, I see so many hands. So which one are we taking? Which are we leaving? It is very late here in Nigeria, but we are going to still be having this type of training. I think we are going to get back to you. Just like you saw the links in the platforms. If I'm not able to answer your questions, please, for this night, inbox me or get back to your leaders. I think they can reach me. Leader Aminata is there, Leader Brenda is there, Leader Doris is there, Leader Loretta, I can see Leader Preshi. They are all there, please. Just get back to your leaders and they can always reach me or they will tell you what to do. I have made some people co-host, so you can unmute and speak, please.
I think maybe you should call them by name, my leader. Just call them by name, those
That's Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard is co-host. Yes. He's the one I made co-host, I think. And then one Rock Philippa. Yeah, I see the both of them.
Oh, my leader.
Yes. Leader Bernard, good evening.
Evening, madam. For me, I'm having a problem to find the signal so that I can make a setup to make a one call, so one shot, so that where actually it is there, so that I can make some settings.
Okay, please. There are these signal platforms that have recently been created. I don't know who your leader is, but you can reach your leader so that you can be added to that platform, because the signals are always shared. Monsieur Parfait always drops the signals. Coach J as well. They drop the signals in the various platforms and people just quickly key into the trades for that day.
Okay, then
and I think also today, Leader Julius had posted all those signals in all those other old groups.
Yes, please.
So maybe people did not understand what it was because it was not introduced to them. So I think you saw what Leader Esther shared today in terms of how the signals look like. So tomorrow morning, if you see something like that on the WhatsApp group that you are in, just know that it is the signal and you must action them immediately they are released. If you delay, the prices change. So you might find that you're already late.
Yes. Your entry point is very important. Once you see the signal, quickly key in. Because once you delay and the price changes, you may not get results at the end of the day. So your entry point is very important.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, my leader.
Okay, so, can I
Yeah, please.
Okay. Good evening from is actually 3:45, 3:55 right now, but
Wow.
everywhere is beginning to get dark.
Mhm.
And I will tell you that I've not slept. I've only slept for 3 hours. I love Royalq. I love to make money, but I don't want to lose my life in the sense that it's not gonna be easy for me to jump on every Zoom meeting. And when I'm invited to one and I'm unable to go, it's to join. It's not because I'm slack or because I don't want to make money. It's because it's not possible for a human being like me, and I don't know about superhuman, to be able to stay awake for 24 hours. I really need help to find a team, maybe in USA, because I've not seen any USA team that I can join when the time it would be convenient for all of us. I stayed awake, joined the 2 a.m. meeting, and immediately after that, one leader was inviting me for 3 a.m. I said, my eyes are closing. It's not that I don't want to stay awake. I want to stay awake, but I work all throughout the day. I wouldn't be able to trade Royalq if I didn't work to get the money to put in the investment. And I still have all the bills to pay before I start making, before I get to V6 or get to where I will not be able to sit down and make money. I have been I've been a future trader for the stock market, but I have to unlearn everything I've known and gently and humbly keep quiet and listen and listen and listen. And that means being a future trader means that strategy, and direct, this thing is what I need. I'm unable to know the difference between the Zoom meeting that is for motivation, which I don't need at 50-year-old, for heaven's sake. I don't need motivation again. If my age is not enough motivation for me, then, then I'm in big trouble. So I don't know which one is for motivation and which one is for direct strategy teaching. It's like I'm not anxious, but I just want to be, after being 1 month here and me wanting to learn before I start talking to people around me. And I'm still where I am. My leader tried today to really show me a lot of things, but the Zoom meetings will be of importance, will be of benefit to me if I'm able to attend to anyone that will be of the same time that will favor me. I've not taken a shower because I've been in Zoom meetings since yesterday up till now.
Wow.
So is there any way I can sort between which one is the motivation class and which one is directly teaching strategy and which one has a time zone? Is there anyone in the USA here that I can really join that has straight bullet point targets discussion about what we're doing?
Okay, Leader Esther Ann,
Okay.
please, I would like to
Yeah.
address
No
this
problem. Go
leader.
ahead, please. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Leader Philippa, for your question and your, I don't know if to call it contribution or something. Okay, first of all, when we started Royalq, we, Leader Julius and some key leaders opened a team for USA and Canada because of the time difference. So unfortunate, most of them don't show up during the Zoom meetings. Leader Julius will be there with Leader Doris Great and other leaders. So we had to put a stop to it because we were like, our time zones are different. And for a leader to go through all these Zoom meetings, and now the time that he has to sleep, he has to come online and members don't show up. So we actually closed it. I think the group, I even had to leave the group because there was no activity. You send message, not even a single soul reply. So since you are in the US now, Leader Doris Great is also in US, but she's not yet familiarized with all the activities, that because she was living in Europe and now she's in US, so she needs to get familiar with a lot of things before she can start her Zoom, her personal Zoom. And you happen to be in her team. There are other US people too that are coming up in our team. The old ones are not active. That is the problem. I didn't mean the old ones were active, they would have been an example to you. So now that you are in US, we can start with you. You can start creating your own Zoom meetings. I know you are new, but we can start from somewhere. We are here to support you and guide you. But the Zoom meetings, we have trainings in the morning. We have in the afternoon. In the afternoon is actually business presentation for prospects. Aside that too, we have evening meetings. Sometimes we have international Zoom meeting with other international countries. There is Thursday, which is 2 p.m. South African time. And we have in the evenings too, Sundays. That one is our own international Zoom meeting. These Zoom meetings are not for, I want to quote the word you use, motivational. No. We actually invite prospects to these meetings. And day in, day out, we learn new things. So sometimes people are like, oh, it's the same meeting. They are going to share testimony. I've heard this testimony several times. You don't know who that testimony is touching. Moreover, when we come to those meetings, we always hear something from someone's testimony, or we get to learn more. So it's not about motivational meeting or this thing. It's just meetings for prospects and for old people that wants to know more about the business. So if you are not interested in those ones, you can skip them. But for the one-shot manual trade, it was actually organized by some leaders, since most of us are in the deep, you understand, for some time now, and we still want to make profits despite we are in the deep. Most people who have a lot of capitals are not complaining, because for them, anytime they have USDT. But for people trading with a smaller amount of money, they don't have enough money to trade. So we created this one-shot signal group just to train more leaders. So those leaders can also train other people in their team. So it's not like, it's important to join every Zoom meeting, but it's not compulsory. You can choose to come, you can choose not to come, but make sure it doesn't go against you, because it's your own business. Aside that, to almost all our meetings are being recorded. If you are on, I don't know if your upline gave you the YouTube channel. We've been sharing it on all the platforms. You can follow Leader Julius's YouTube channel. So when you're awake or at your leisure time, you can just go to the YouTube channel, check out the meetings we had for today. Then you can just quickly play it, pick up what you need, then we move. So I think I've addressed all your issue. If not, please unmute yourself and let me know. Thank you.
All right,
That's
thank you.
okay. Yeah, it's addressed, and that's okay. I will contact you more so that I will not take the time of everybody to know what we can do about USC.
All right, sure. Thank you. Thank you, Leader Esther.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you for the contributions, and thank you for the rightful answers you have given to her as well. Yeah, for people who miss Zoom meetings, there are always recorded versions that are posted on all the platforms. You can as well visit or try to watch or listen to the Zoom meetings that were held in your absence, so that you can understand what had been taught or trained, being discussed in the meeting. so I would like to take one more question from Mrs. Juliana. Please kindly unmute yourself. Let's hear you out and call it a day, please.
Yeah, good evening, my leader. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Thank you
evening.
for the presentation. It was so clear. You know, this one shot group I'm following, but it's not like I'm catching anything, but it's so interesting. I want to, I'm trying to. So I want to know about this one shot. If I put my coins that are in deep lost on one shot, should I close the, stop the margin call or open it?
If you put it on one shot,
Mm.
and you do not close, you do not stop margin calls, the robot will keep buying for you.
Okay.
And you can see that was why I was talking about the market. When it dips by certain percentage, the robot could buy even up to 128 times, like you saw me shared. So so to avoid that, whenever you're thinking any strategy, please take note of those things. Just tap on the coin, go to your margin configuration and check, look at it very well. Make some adjustment. Let it just be like this one that we have done here.
Okay.
So that the essence is not to, allow you to have that kind of high floating loss. You see some people with floating loss of about $300, $400. When will that market bounce back? You understand? And for months they keep waiting, and it's very discouraging.
Yeah.
So the approach we are using now is to, even if we are not reducing it to the fullest, at least let it, let the floating loss just be mild. At least in a day, you can have just -2 or -3. The next day, the trade closes, and then you're set for the next signal. You understand? When the signal drops, then you key into the trades immediately.
Okay.
So yes, it is not 100% like I said, but at least it works. At times, it even works more than 100%. Because that coin we keep buying and selling, buying and selling. Even after the 7th margin call, we continue to buy and sell. That one depends on the market situation. And I'm happy you were able to learn one or two, you were able to pick something from this training this night.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Yes. And I believe that many other people too did the same. And no knowledge is wasted. This one short thing, it's actually adding to your skills.
Yeah.
Once your mind is open to read, on your own, you can play around your app. Carry your app, you set it up by yourself, you try using just $10, you configure it yourself, you're learning a skill. You understand? And by the time you're perfect in it, you're good to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome, my leader.
Okay. And I want to use this opportunity to thank my upper leaders, Doris Angel and Doris Great. They are doing mighty works for us, the downlines. They're always there for us whenever we call, whenever we are in need. So I appreciate.
All right. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, my leader.
All right. Yeah. So I don't know. Some people, Beauty Queen is still here. Well, okay, let me listen to you before I go to bed. You can unmute now. Beauty Queen, you are now the co-host.
Yeah. Thank you so much, my leader. Mine is not a question. I just wanted to thank you so much for your leadership, for your support, for the training. Is amazing. It's mind-blowing. Since you started this year, one shot, I'm making more extra money and I'm very happy. So grateful. God bless you. Thanks a lot, leaders. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Leader Brenda, my leaders in the house. Leader Brenda, you have one more word to say to them so that we can call it a day.
No, my leader, is already late now for me
All
to
right.
continue
Okay.
on
So
Zoom.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone, for
We are going
attending.
to be having
So,
this meeting subsequent times. Yeah.
And also to check the messages on the WhatsApp group. Leader Pafait already shared some good lessons on how to do this 7 margin call cycle as well as the one shot. Let's look for that information from our leaders. They are there, they've been there on the WhatsApp group for a week now or so. They have that information. You just need to get hold of them and learn and implement. It's important to implement. Don't just keep on learning and learning until next year you're still learning and you haven't done anything, you know. So yeah, you will see that once you do it and you start making the money, it will be easy for you to even share the business opportunity like you are saying. And I will still go back to the team leaders. Let's learn as fast as possible and teach our downliners, show our downliners the way. That is the only way we are going to succeed. Otherwise, when our downliners are not happy, the business will also not be happy. We are not going to move anywhere. So it's important to learn and go to your downliners one by one, and make sure that you are implementing the new methods. Coach them properly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Leader Esther. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations for being on this training tonight. I'm happy that some people must have picked 1 or 2 points from what we have talked about this night. And I pray that God will grant you the wisdom and the zeal of understanding that in all you do here, in your trades and in all your activities, you will excel by the special grace of God. So with this, we have come to the end of tonight's training. And I hope that at the end of our 90 days, so many of us will be counting in millions by the special grace of God. So thank you so much, leaders in the house.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. Thank you too.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Love you
Bye
all.
bye.